Fear the Wild with Matt Becker, John Norris, and Ggreg Chaille.
Let's see if he answers. Well, he's not even answering. You know what? Now that we're on Discord, I can go ahead and dial him on my phone. I'm assuming he's going to be in his mobile studio.
Yeah.
Yep, there he is.
Hello?
Hello?
Did I do it?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Did it work?
Yeah, let me adjust the levels here.
Oh, man. Discord. At it again. Connecting friends.
I think it's all right. It sounds good. Signal's nice and hot.
Good.
Good. Hey, John, how's it going? I got my friend Matt Becker here.
Oh, hey, Matt Becker.
Hey, John.
What's going on, guys?
It's 2 beers in, trying to get my head into it after we were just talking to a contractor.
It's 3 p.m., almost 3. It's 2:30 in Alaska. I had lunch like, I don't know, 2 hours ago, and I had a beer and a BLT, and I'm like ready for a nap. It's too much.
A beer and a BLT. That's a
Really?
BLTB.
Yeah.
Right? You got to order it right, though.
I mean, do you dip it?
Oh, John.
Oh,
I bet you he's at home.
at home.
He's at home. We'll just give it a minute here.
yeah. But we're both calling it. John's Wi-Fi sucks.
Well, last week was no problem.
Yeah.
Hey, John, where are you?
I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
You're cutting out. All right, if you can hear us,
Yeah.
14 is the number.
Yeah. You try turning off. He disappeared.
We need a trombone sound.
John, try turning off your Wi-Fi toaster.
How's he going to know when it's ready?
Yeah. I'm just telling him, a lot of these kids, they hook up everything they own to Wi-Fi and they don't realize.
I need my Wi-Fi avocado minder. Minder. It's like
my Wi-Fi ice maker. You don't need everything on Wi-Fi in your life.
No, we can't hear you, John.
You can't hear me at all?
Oh, I can hear you now.
You just said something.
You just texted. You just texted, can you hear me?
I know, because I was talking and I wasn't getting a response.
Yeah. Do you know what
But I heard everything.
John, what's
and I like that.
John,
I like that the man who bought a pancake robot is talking about how us millennials are connected to Wi-Fi.
John, it was a cutting edge. It was new at the time. I was trying to make John Norris pancakes. I tried it by hand. I thought you'd be offended. It's like when people do caricatures at a bar. They go, look at that. You go, that looks nothing like me, you psycho.
That never works out.
Never. Some guy did that to us on the other day we were downtown. Becky goes, give him $3. I go, $3 for what? Wasting a tree?
You did that. The guy.
No, I didn't do it. We just sat there and the guy comes up with a horrible drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to guilt you into doing it.
Well, he didn't guilt us. He brought it over. And then Becky goes, we should give him something. I go, it's horrible. Why would you encourage that kind of behavior?
Actually, you should find the couple he drew and have them pay for it. He just went to you. He carries around the same drawing.
I do something similar. I sit on the other end of the bar and I take pictures of people with my phone and then I try to sell them the pictures.
That's really clever.
Actually, that could work.
Well, yeah, it
like
works. Private investigators have done it for years, John.
Peeping Toms.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in Vegas in like a nice restaurant, the girl comes around with the camera and asks if you would like your picture taken. It's like,
No, I mean,
$25.
Some people are a
Do I
bit
wanna
sheepish
remember?
when they want to get a picture taken. Like, go ask them to take the picture.
Yeah,
of
will you
us.
take our picture?
I mean, it's a numbers game, John. You're just going to have to hit up everyone you see at the bar.
No, just look for couples that are trying to hide like they might not be supposed to be together and then take the picture.
That's the big money.
Yeah, and go, whoa.
Oh yeah,
You don't have
You gotta
to-
get those couples. You got to go to like a bar off of Old Seward, and you go to the dark downstairs area of the bar, and you take pictures of people. That's where you find the people who are trying to hide.
King's X.
Or one of those
Now
entertainment places like, I don't know what are they called? Whorehouses. Go to a whorehouse and just keep popping out with a camera, John. Keep telling the girl, one more minute, and poof.
Popping out behind from some shrubbery is probably it's probably not a good business model when people are trying to be clandestine. You might have to tweak this a little, John, but I think this could prove to be quite a lucrative revenue stream for the millennials who don't like to work.
It's a work in progress, you know. It's a lot of work being able not to work, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. I've been doing it since high school.
So on your recommendation, I watched The Big Bus.
So did we.
And listen, I gotta make a correction. I watched half of The Big Bus.
I bet you didn't watch the good half.
Yeah.
No, I did not watch the good half. I can guarantee that.
The Big Bus we talked about in the last episode. It was a movie that came out 6 years after the start of the earthquake and airport movies, and it was actually out 4 years before the airplane movies, which is the spoof of the airport and Airport 77 and stuff like that. And Big Bus came out 4 years before that. Different writers, a lot of cameos.
Yeah, amazing cameos.
The Big Bus also a spoof of things.
Totally,
I guess.
But 4 years before the
you don't realize it was cutting edge. This is
and without any jokes. They left the jokes out.
They had jokes, John. They just were subtle. They didn't have to hit you over the head with a wet rabbit like they do now.
Actually, John, as a student of comedy as you are, you would notice that the Big Bus had a lot better setups. They weren't strong on the punchlines, but man, they were solid in getting you to that edge.
I know. And as a comedian who specializes in only setups and no punchlines, I think I would appreciate it more.
Thought you'd be right up your alley.
Big Buzz John, that's what they call you.
Well, we actually watched it that night, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's the same night.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had it on Amazon. It was Amazon. It's not on Prime, so you got to pay for it. But it's like $2.99. Well worth it.
Yes.
Sure. Worth the experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a classic. And yeah.
I watched it up until the bomb diffusion scene where it was literally just a guy. They didn't even build up to it. They were just like, there's a bomb. And then the bus driver goes down and with like very little fanfare, he just like clips a wire and they're like, good, take care of that.
Well, they ticked it off the checklist.
Right.
Hurry up and get to the bomb thing so we can go back to Lonnie Anderson and her boobs.
Yeah.
Well, John, my recommendations aren't all winners for you, but I actually enjoyed watching the movie again.
We enjoyed it. Yeah, the ending was amazing.
Becker had never seen it before.
No, I'd never
I mean, both of
seen
you hadn't heard of it. I don't even think Doug has heard of it.
It was a wild card to me, and it was literally, when you think about it, when it was made, and Airport completely ripped it off.
Well, that's Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
They're probably trying to rip it off again. Wait, what would it be now? It wouldn't be a bus.
No. It would definitely star The Rock.
It'd be a Segway. A super long centipede Segway.
No, it's going to be a spaceship. Private spaceship.
Well, no, that's what they did for the airplane movie, because they took the shuttle up on the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I could see it being remade because it is kind of like it's a nuclear powered bus. So now it would be like it'd be like a long Toyota Prius, and it would star The Rock.
Electric, yeah. Yeah, it's a nuclear atomic powered bus, I guess they called it. Atomic powered bus that is going from New York to Denver. Why Denver? Why not?
See, these are the jokes you missed, John. Who would want to go to Denver?
I did see my bill for $2.99 for the big bus, and I didn't go, why did I do that? I was like, that was good.
It's good.
It's a good, solid purchase. I stand behind it.
I told Amazon it was a mistake. I said, this was a mistake.
And they go, we know.
I was trying to watch The Big Bust. It was a much more exciting movie.
Oh, Marty Feldman?
Yeah.
Well, if you've got a recommendation for me, John, and it is in the behind the paywall, I will do it, sight unseen. I will watch a movie that you suggest I watch.
I have a recommendation.
All
I
right.
have two, but one that you guys are really going to like.
Hold on, I'm going to write this down because I'm actually listening to you, John.
Have you seen, it's a documentary.
I like those.
DEALT, Dealt.
DEALT, like if first two dealt it, smelt it? Or
exactly.
Did I get that backwards?
It's about a sleight of hand magician.
Ooh.
Whose name I fucking can't remember right now. But
so you watch the whole thing, or did you cut it off in the middle again?
I actually watched it a long time ago and just saw somebody recommend it recently. It made me think about it again. It's about a blind magician.
Oh yeah, he worked the riverboats.
Yes.
Yeah, he's amazing.
You seen this?
No, I've never seen it.
It's a documentary.
I know the guy.
Yeah.
He's a real guy.
He's just never
He's
seen
a real
you.
guy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're seeing other people.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in. I like the way that's one's shaping up. Just
it's
in the
literally
description.
amazing. And so when handicapped people go, "Oh, I can't work because I'm blind," I go, "That guy can fucking deal cards. Amazing. You're not applying yourself."
Do you remember Roger Rittenhouse?
Yeah.
Okay, he's a comic, has a hook for one hand. And I remember we were on the road when I was playing in the band, and I fucking always remembered him because he had this one joke where he was being all suave, and he was like Frank Sinatra. He swung the microphone to catch it, and it looped over his hook, and then it slowly hit the ground with a boom. And I always thought that was fucking hilarious. So when I met him in Anchorage, that's who we started doing the comedy up there with. He and I were going to Cobb's in San Francisco for their Christmas party to meet more comics to come up there. We were waiting in LAX for a plane. And a guy came up and he was this is before 9/11. He was, a guy was coming around and putting like on the armrest or on your leg or something. He was giving you a globe keychain with a little note on it. And he would just pass them out to everyone waiting in this one area. Then he would go back and he'd want money. He's all right. He'd want money or a donation. And it says, "I'm deaf. Can you, anything you give, please accept this and anything you can give." And I remember Roger Rittenhouse looking at that guy going, "That motherfucker, 2 hands." Look at him.
I would have taken my hook and tried to get money out of my guy. I can't get it out. I would have gave you money for my hook.
I bought the fucking thing, and I thought I'm doing a good thing in front of another handicapped guy. So now I'm like the guy that like, oh, he watches after, and he's like, "That motherfucker."
He viewed you as a rube.
2 hands, motherfucker.
You're a rube.
So, Roger Rittenhouse, where is he today?
Oh.
He was Denver, and then he wrote for the WB when they had that frog mascot.
Right.
Smacky the, no, that was Hedberg.
But they had the frog one, and now isn't that the one they use in white supremacy?
Yeah,
that really does look like Trump's face.
After the WB went down, he just went to the alt-right Peppy the Frog.
Well, it wasn't the alt-right. It was, at that time, it was called White Brotherhood. It was WB. You didn't know that?
He lost his job to some foreigners, so he just got real fucking angry and just went over the edge.
Fuck.
But it was progressive of them because I think they had the Wayans Brothers show on the White Brotherhood channel.
No, they didn't want to come off as racist.
True. You gotta hide it. You gotta hide it a little bit.
His name is Michigan J. Frog.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
the Frog.
The Frog, yeah.
But I remember it because he was in those cartoons with, he would always, it was a whole story where this guy found the frog.
Wasn't he like a dead frog?
He was a frog that just went brrr. But then when no one else was around, the guy who had the frog, it would dance and, but then when anyone else came into the room, the frog would shut up, just go brrr, brrr.
Oh, I thought the frog was dead for some reason.
Well, it is a cartoon.
Yeah, it's not real, John.
I don't know.
What do you
I don't know how you're watching.
John, I hope you don't still have all your hopes and dreams on retirement on selling that autograph from Rocky, because he's not real.
Don't worry. I'm a millennial, Becker. I'm never going to retire.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
Here's the song he sings. He's peeking out of the box. Is this the whole episode? I'm not going to.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you lose me. Then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own.
He got a 3-picture deal out of this.
No,
this one cartoon. I mean, this is the first time he was even on camera. 3-picture deal with Sony.
I've heard some people audition really well. George Clooney, same way.
Yeah, Cameron Diaz and that frog were coming up at the same time.
Yeah.
He just left her in the dust. And then, flies and alcohol don't mix.
Hey, wake up.
That was One Froggy Evening, directed by Chuck Jones.
Oh, Chuck Jones, that kid's going places.
I forgot to tell you guys last week. We were talking about Rick Baker, the special effects artist. He'd done all those things. The Grinch, he did the makeup of the Grinch. He did a bunch of, what was the other one? Anyway, he did a bunch of stuff, right? Oh, the Thriller movies, Thriller movie,
the video.
The video.
And the booklet.
He actually got a start on Davy and Goliath. Doing the claymation. That was that was when they had a video presentation when they were giving him the award. And I'm like, this is a fucking joke. That's not Slash, and that's not an actual
You
credit.
went in there very negatively.
Well, come on. It's Hollywood. They can say whatever they want. But I was fucking amazed by that because that was 5 a.m. when I was in the 80s. That's when that would run constantly.
Yeah. I mean, I remember growing up watching it and going, this is like, it was so hokey that you went, like, I thought that was the joke I went, this is, well, I don't know, Davey. And I'm like, and God backwards is dog.
Yes, it is. Davey's a dog god. Anyway, I needed to throw that in there. That's a credit that he should wear proudly. Mm-hmm. That was a Seventh-day Adventist or something. That was all Jesus thing.
Yeah, but it was on Sundays always. Yeah.
No, it ran weekdays.
Oh, I must have watched it live.
Well, yeah.
Reruns.
John, are you still with us?
Yep.
Okay.
I just don't know what you guys are talking about.
You never seen Davy and Goliath?
Nope.
Oh my God, John. There you go. Forget about the big bus. Okay. Just write that off.
Don't worry. He already has.
Yeah.
Davy and Goliath.
But Davy and Goliath is amazing.
Davy and Goliath, they always had these weird things that like, it always stuck with me. Like, when Davy was getting lazy, he'd always say, oh, let George do it. And then the dog would egg him on. Hey, why don't we just let George take out the trash? And that would be the thing.
The whole, yeah.
And I still remember that. It's infectious. Their storylines. Are you looking it up, John?
No. Should I?
He cannot. Oh, you know what? That's the parody is Moral Oral.
Yeah. Moral Oral, if you've ever seen that.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
That's literally what it was, but without the parody.
Okay, John, I'm gonna share my screen here.
All right.
So you can see this.
One of the fine functions from Discord.
This is
Davy and Goliath. Huh. Okay. I mean, that looks like.
What you watching, Davy?
It's another disaster, Goliath.
What's a disaster?
That's when bad things happen to people in the world.
I mean, the
Things we
animation
don't
looks pretty
expect,
fresh for
and it's
the
just
80s.
awful.
Oh,
I would get that kid
that
drug
is
tested.
awful.
I sure am glad that no matter what happens,
His pupils
God
are
is there.
huge.
God is
You're telling me you'd watch
Sure,
like a half an
Goliath.
hour of this?
God is there through the hands of the people who help after a
Yeah,
disaster.
it had commercials too.
shouldn't.
This is a PSA about disasters, but then they're weaving in that God's there to help too.
Yeah.
Tell Puerto Rico they should have.
Yeah.
They should have watched more Davy
Hey,
and Goliath.
Puerto Rico, I guess you didn't pray enough.
Mijo, pray harder. We need Davy and Goliath. Oh, that's creepy. Look, I got him when he's blinking.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
He looks.
I'm screenshotting that one.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, wrong one.
This is the episode where he goes blind and goes to the airport to get money from people.
laying out globes, keychain globes. Well, yeah, his voice sounded different there. I remember his voice being a little more kid-like. That sounded like an adult trying to sound young.
Yeah. Might have been during renewing his
It's
contract.
probably new. I bet they still make it, but now it only gets seen if you're like a subscriber to the Lutheran television network.
That's what it was, Lutherans. Yeah. Did they have a connection with the Gumby and Pokey?
Yeah, they were. There was something in there. They must have been in that same studio, I bet, or something. They went, we got some clay left over. What color is it? It's white and black.
I dropped this one in the lint trap.
Yeah.
that'll be a dog with fur.
There was a fire in the studio. That's how we came up with Gumby.
I watched all that shit just because I used to get up early.
No, nobody realizes that there were 3 channels in PBS.
Oh, yeah. That is a thing. Yeah.
Nobody understands. Nobody would watch Laverne and Shirley today.
I just saw.
They would have died.
I saw a picture, an actual color picture of the original set of the Addams Family. It blew my fucking mind. I've only seen the original Addams Family.
Because it was done black and white.
It was all in black and white. Yeah. And it's like when you think of the old times, when you think of everything.
Everything was black and white.
Like they didn't have the color blue or crimson red. Even in Civil War photos, it's like he bled gray. I was blown away because of they had the moose with the one turned antler. Oh. I always thought it was a polar bear. It's a big grizzly bear. And it just, the colors just were amazing, but I've never ever seen that.
But yeah, that was a lesson in how they color things for black and white. Cause it was like really bright colors because it had to come in different hues. Yeah.
That's like makeup for people on stage and for the silent movies. It was usually if you saw rouge on a woman's face in the silent era, it wasn't necessarily red. It was green. Oh. Cause it picked up better as a more subtle, shading for, the cheeks. It's crazy.
Yeah. And it was also made of lead. Made of lead.
Lots of lead. It's creamy because of the asbestos.
I've seen, so you've seen those like old from like the 1910s and 1920s, those like old camera tests of like just like down like New York, and there's just like cars and horses around and stuff. I've seen videos where this sound engineer used like stock audio to like add the sounds back into the city, and it like makes it like way different when you like hear horses and cars, even though it's not real. It just makes it seem like so much more like a real thing and not just like a bunch of old black and white photos put together.
What you're saying is they put in a contemporary soundtrack to a piece of footage that doesn't have any audio to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, John, try watching Aliens without the sound on. There's no suspense. There's no
Schindler's List. At least you don't hear all the screaming and crying and whining.
And that's why you should give your money to that guy giving out globes. I don't care what your hooked friend says. It's a tough life.
Motherfucker, 2 hands. I got a thing. I don't know. I assume both of you guys went to high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to brag. Yeah. I didn't want to turn this into some kind of brag.
Yeah.
I'm getting these things from, reunion.com or something about going to the reunion. I graduated 84, so it's like my 15th union. I don't know what
it's your 20th.
And I'm like, who's going to this? I'm not. I would never go to it.
Yeah, but see, this is why they do it. They're going, who would go to this? I'm thinking about it, though.
I'm not.
I know you're not. Desire. You're telling us no, but you're going to go.
My friends were all made after high school. I got a few that I know from high school, but we don't talk regularly or anything like that. After high school, I split. Well, 5 years after.
Pretty much just took right off.
Well, I bummed around for a while, but it's like 4 people are signed up to go. And like 3 of them are putting it on.
Yeah. So they got one other person.
Yeah. And there's like a golf thing that they're going to go do. And then there's a fancy meal somewhere. And I'm like, but I don't even know who these people are. And they're lumping it in with like the year before and the year after us.
Just to add the numbers?
Well, probably just to get a cheaper per plate cost. Right.
How big was your graduating class?
Maybe a couple hundred. I mean, I know, John, you went to, Stovepipe or Cake? Cake. You went to Cake, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And,
due to bear attacks and alcohol, there's probably nobody left.
Yeah, there was more bear attacks than students graduating in my class. 10 people.
10. Wow. Well, yeah, you could
never been a reunion.
You could host your reunion here in Doug's Funhouse.
Yeah.
Everyone could have a seat and a chair to put their feet on.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But that'd be weird though to go back and go, well, I mean, with 10 people.
10 people I could understand because but I don't know.
We can keep track of 10 people.
Easily.
Like I don't need to go to reunion. I know what they're doing. They're on Facebook.
I can almost remember all their names.
To see, that would be a reason. With a group as big as ours, Southern California, Sunny Hills High School, it doesn't have any draw to me. I mean, I was almost offended that it's like, what are you doing? So we're going to go golfing and then go eat at some place. And, I'm going to go, yeah, I guess I remember that one time.
Yeah.
Wait, what year were you? I mean, I could go to any reunion. And pretend I went there.
I think it's something that's dying out. I do. Reunions are dying out.
Desperation.
Family reunions are all of it. I mean, meanwhile, while they're not going to family reunions or high school reunions, they are spending $45 sending their swab of spit in to have the DNA run.
23andMe?
Only to later be used, which is why I told you. Remember when I argued you with it?
I got a whole thing on this.
I know. I argued with you in the beginning on this. I go, why would you ever do this? The government is going to collect all your DNA and fucking have a list of you. And people want to be on don't call lists and they send their spit into the government. And guess what? We got the Green Killer or whatever. Golden State Killer. You know how they did it?
No, I don't.
They took one of those sites. They won't say which one. And they ran
mugshot sites?
No, the DNA ones where they'll tell you your history.
23andMe.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. It's like public. They have, there's some like public database of DNA now. And his DNA was in there from one of these.
No, this is one of the sites though. Yeah. And it wasn't his DNA. It was a relative.
It was somebody related to him.
Oh.
And they're using that
down the relative.
to track that. It has to be somebody related to him.
Listen, I think it's great if you want to go get your DNA checked and stuff. 23andMe got in trouble because they were saying that you could actually identify diseases and things, which isn't exactly correct.
Or tell your history.
And exactly.
Which isn't actually correct.
But
what they could do is cash a check.
My theory is that you are paying money for them to collect data on you that they will use later to create profiles. They will sell that list as a way to the people in this region, because they know where you are, they know where you came from, and all that data that's in that spit is basically going to be used and sold later, because I guarantee it's in the agreement, the user agreement that you have. And so what you're doing is you're paying to be one of their patients.
Well, Facebook did the same thing. They sold all your personal information.
I did it, and now I'm getting a lot of web ads about, how I should buy more potatoes because I'm a dirty Irish immigrant. So,
well,
you can use that.
It's not just that. It's when they
deny
deny
your helpful.
Wait till they deny your health care, because, well, you'll find out, but they won't even tell you why. They go, no, we're not insuring you because, well, you'll find out.
I think it's great that they've come up with a scam. We all like scams, but don't fool yourself that the data that they're collecting from you is worth way more to them than what any information you're getting from them. The money
you're paying them to do it.
That's the thing, is you're paying them for them to make money off of your data. Your data by itself isn't worth shit. Your data coupled with millions of other people's data is very valuable to a company that can market that, because that information becomes one of these databases where they can go to and they can
see. We got to start it, but we got to do grassroots. We'll get the people who don't have the money to send it in and pay for this. We're gonna go
what a negative outlook you guys have. Don't you want to know whether or not?
No,
listen to the potato eater.
Yeah, spoken like a Mick. No, what I want to do is
think about all the money that has gone into the DNA research, though.
Yeah, they do that
for good. They must be curing cancer with it.
There's plenty of people that will do it, and if you want to do it, I think it's okay as long as you know that that's what's happening. I guarantee that's what's happening. But you as a subscriber that paid the money, I bet you didn't know that was what was going to happen.
I mean, if you actually read the thing you sign.
Did you?
You mean in the fine print?
No. Actually, I have Stephanie bought the 23andMe. I think it's 23andMe, but we haven't done it. It's actually, the boxes are still just sitting on a shelf, and we just, because you have to spit into this vial, but
that's why it's called vial.
You're not supposed to have eaten within a certain amount of hours, and I've never gone more than an hour without eating. So,
John, I think just for the fun of it, because someone's gonna have to open it.
Have your dog do it.
No.
Jerk
off in the tube.
It's still got his DNA in it.
I know, but it would just be funny.
Hey, Cosby, you're gonna get convicted.
We got another Cosby. That would be funny because you could just say you read the directions wrong. I don't read directions.
Oh, well, we always call it spit in my house.
IKEA has drawings. My wife calls it spit.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I'm confused.
Yeah, but I just think if there's a low level way we could gather this information. If there's that much money in it, we'll just go to like state fairs and like have slices of watermelon. You spit the seeds into like a little thing for a prize. You're like, boom, what's your name? Boom. Okay, got it. Oh, you win a prize. You have a stuffed animal. We're getting $45 a head for this stuff.
Put your mark here. What am I signing? This just says you had a good time.
Yeah, you're a winner.
Are you going to do it, John? Like, you must. You paid for it.
I mean, yeah, probably. Listen, Greg, if I cared about privacy, I would get in some fucking curtains, all right? I don't care.
Is this one of those, like Valentine's deals or Father's Day? Get your man the thing he really wants, a DNA test. They were advertising that.
No, I think it was just like, there was some like special where it was like $20 per kit or something. So Stephanie saw that and just ordered them.
Okay.
It wasn't for like a holiday or anything.
All right. Well, let us know if you.
I will.
Yeah. I don't know what you can tell us.
Yeah.
I'm human. Turns out I am a man.
Yeah.
Matt Collins got a DNA test done on his dog, which is even more pointless. But he said he got it back and it was just like, it listed like 5 different breeds of dog and just had like,
that's not pointless.
Random percentage points with a question mark after it. So it was like, yep, he's a dog.
I think there's way more value in that one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you used your dog saliva and sent it in, see what they send you back.
Or mix them.
Yeah. Yeah, half dog, half man.
You said I couldn't eat, but you didn't say I couldn't make out with my pup.
You'll be the first guy to be listed as a man-bear pig.
Well, I'm not going to go to the reunion, guys.
Nope, it's out.
You're not going?
I'd rather have a reunion here. Desert party reunion or something like that.
That's a good idea.
We'll be fine.
What else is happening? I've stopped. I don't read the news anymore.
Has it been snowing there?
It hasn't been. It's like rained and kind of like it was like sleet for like 5 minutes yesterday, but it's been just overcast. You're not missing much.
No, I didn't think I was. But.
I think we're going to Mexico today.
Yeah.
After the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you want to go?
Yeah.
We'll wait for it. Well, no, we're not going to wait that long.
We can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, I might go to Wasilla. I'm just trying to make you jealous. I'm not going anywhere.
But there's a town, Douglas, about 30 minutes away, and it's border town. And right on the other side of the border is Agua Prieta. And it's a major transportation thoroughfare from Mexico, so it's way busier than the other place, Naco, where we usually go.
What that means, John? Strip clubs.
John, are you there?
John? Oh, now he's officially gone.
Hey,
John!
Fun. Here's a fun fact I learned about Discord. If my phone gets any sort of call or message from someone else, it disconnects.
Oh, that's kind of neat. That's like a safety feature, I guess.
Yeah.
So you're not talking to 2 people while driving?
So every time that someone calls you or you get a text message, it'll bounce you off of Discord?
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll I'll try not to call you. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we keep calling you.
I don't know how that's my fault.
They're jealous. Discord gets a little jealous. You get another text.
Discord does not like it. They want to be my only source of communication.
What about me?
Hey, John, you get anything? You got any news on this Anchorage man with violent history arrested in Spenard for a pepper spray attack?
I know a little bit about it. So that guy, his name is Brett Manis.
Yeah.
And when I worked at Alaska Public Media and did the documentary series Indie Alaska with two other guys, they decided to do a video about this dude named Brett Manis. And when we looked him up, he'd been charged with murder for shooting his neighbor. And I was like, I don't know. And I guess he was acquitted, but maybe just don't do the video about this guy. He seems kind of shady. And they were like, nah, we're going to do the video. So they made this documentary about him, the godfather of Alaska metal. And
I remember this guy now. Yeah, there were issues with him playing at Coots. Like they didn't want him. Like it was that he looked familiar. Yikes! All right, what's the upside of following a guy around who's like killed a neighbor? Like what's the story you're gonna get out of that?
Well, I mean, you'll get the reaction from the surviving neighbors.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. So he's a well-known Alaska neo-Nazi now, and
metalhead.
His neighbor the neighbor that he killed was black, in case you were wondering, and so now he walked into a group. Like there was a meeting of some activists. I don't even know what the activists were for, but this dude walked in and just pepper sprayed the group of them, and then walked out, and they haven't been able to locate him.
Is that illegal? Can you not do that?
Well, you need a permit.
Oh.
I think you need to be outside. I think if they're outside and you're a cop, it's fine.
I've never tasted or had pepper spray deployed on me.
All right, we're going to Mexico. Let's do this.
I know they did one of those authors came to Coots and he sprayed it in some guy's ass or something. Oh. What's his name? That fucking douchebag.
Wait, what? Somebody got sprayed in the ass with pepper spray?
There was a guy who had a book out about being an asshole.
Oh yeah, the guy from fucking Jackass.
No, he's another guy. He had a book out.
And ass.
He had a book out, and then he was they did a
Hey Duke.
What the fuck was his name?
Hayward Hey Duke.
He was the
Was it Marie Kondo with the magical art of tidying up?
No. Good guess though.
Good guess.
Let me look it up here real quick. No, he came up to Coots and he did a bunch of shit, and I can't find. Too bad. There's too many books with asshole in the title. Tucker Max.
Tucker Max.
That's what it is. Let me look it up here.
So wait.
American author and public speaker, he chronicles his drinking and sexual encounters in the form of short stories on his website, tuckermax.com. So anyway, he came up and he was doing an appearance there at Coots, and then he talked some guy into letting him spray. Like the guy spread his butt cheeks and he sprayed this pepper spray, like right at his ass at 4 paces. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, but is that how they clear the room too? Because I mean, the guy's ass would get me out of there.
Exactly. But it was just one of those, let's do this. It'll be a great story. Well, it's a good story for everyone except the guy who was then in the North Lawn bathroom, with that hot hose spraying out his
rectum.
Yeah.
Poor man's bidet.
And that's not your eyes.
No.
Yeah.
Pink eye.
But I would never, I've never gotten hit with that stuff. I've had some, carried it around once in a while, but,
you always want to test it though.
Yeah.
Like you count on it. You carry it around long enough. It's like a condom. You go, I don't know if it's good anymore.
Yeah. How long?
So then you just hit the cat with it, or the condom. Boom. Got it.
I just bought 2 cans of bear spray from Costco. They had a deal on bear spray. So now I got 2 canisters.
Like the big ones that look like extinguishers?
Yeah.
Cause I mean, you gotta unload that whole thing, right? Cause a bear.
Yeah.
It's not like a Banaka blast.
Yeah.
If the bear's going to eat you, you want to make sure he's slightly uncomfortable when he does it.
Or that he's not allergic to spice. Or that he is allergic to spice, right?
So, yeah, but I mean, so this is a sale thing. So you think crime might go up? I mean, why don't they give away little baseball bats or half-price guns? I mean, you got a crime wave going, and Costco's unloading pepper spray on the crowds.
They used to give away those small bats at their bat night at Angel Stadium.
I was always amazed when they gave away those.
They look like billy clubs.
They are what would be considered a billy club on the street, unless it has a logo of your favorite team on it. Then it's a souvenir.
Souvenir. You can't kill anyone with a souvenir quickly.
I remember those. It was like the size of it was like a tap handle almost.
Yeah,
that's exactly.
And you had 30,000 of those given away in one evening, and beer flowing. And back in the 70s, they didn't stop beer like this pussy stopped at the 6th inning or 7th inning.
This is crazy, isn't it? And then you had that Cubs game went 15 innings. I go, you're sitting there sober from the 7th to the 15th.
Impossible.
Insane.
That's why, that's a good point. That's why you don't even start your sneaky bottles until the 8th.
No, yeah, you just keep those.
In case it goes.
And then you go right to your fake boobs with booze in them. That's after the 11th.
Hey, he might not want to drink from it at the 3rd inning, but at the 9th or 10th inning, he's right up on you like a
What are you going to arrest me for breastfeeding?
Me too.
They've been talking about who was a golfer who was complaining about all the drunk fans. There was some fan who kept yelling his wife's name.
Yeah, no, I saw that. They wanted them to start banning booze
from a golf course.
Yeah, the golf tournaments, they become drunk fests, and the fans are out of control. They're like, I paid to come here. Yeah, you're watching golf.
This is like the televised PGAs or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So it's supposed to be like an event out. So why wouldn't you be drinking?
I don't get it.
And taking that away, why the fuck would anyone go?
No, that's the point. These guys are thinking it's about golf, and they're like, it's a beautiful day. Well, I don't give a shit about golf. I might get laid.
Well, I think golf has gone from just businessmen playing, and those businessmen were used to drinking scotch all day, so they could keep their cool. To now it's like a bunch of frat dudes who own polo shirts and want to go out and get fucking shit-faced.
Or they want to get on Baba Booey. They want to get something.
Right, that's it.
Yeah, it's something like, what's the other one? Hit him in the hind! It's another Stern reference that when it hits, when someone does that on the course, they will feature that on it used to be the George Michael Sunday wrap-up, or they'll do it on a wrap-up show. So, I don't know. I kind of would never fucking go watch a golf tournament. I would go watch mini golf before I would go watch a golf tournament.
I think mini golf would be amazing.
Yeah. We don't have mini golf out here.
No, we should start it.
There's one.
Are there golf trick shot tournaments?
I don't think so. There's never been a Harlem Globetrotter team, but we should start with that. Have a string on the ball, you hit it, and you pull it back.
Have a whole pail full of balls, and then you switch it, and confetti comes out.
The cart just goes in a circle, and you fall out of it.
But let's see, it was 70s. The 70s, Harlem Globetrotters were huge.
Yeah,
they would come out. They and the circus.
Who would think they would outlive the Ringling Brothers?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
And the Harlem Globetrotters were on the Scooby-Doo, and then they actually had a cartoon on the weekends.
Didn't they ever end up on Gilligan's Island?
No fucking way.
Did they? I think they did. Check that.
There was at least one or two of them on there.
Because I know they were on.
Curly Joe and Meadowlark Lemon, of course. Not Curly Joe. Curly, yeah. Curly Joe's Three Stooges.
Yeah, because I know they were on One Day at a Time.
But see, that's where they were at that time. They were on everything. That was the Regis and Kathy, or the View.
I know Wilt Chamberlain was. Thank you.
And my question is, the Washington Generals, how are they not getting better? Are they not getting first round draft picks every year?
They won once. You know that, right? They ended up pulling out a win. They had to keep it really quiet because you could actually still bet on the Harlem Globetrotters.
And Vegas went crazy?
Yeah, no, but they actually. Well, here's the reason they let them win. They let the Generals win one game after all these, and they did it because the Guinness Book of World Records wouldn't recognize them as the most winning team because they've never lost.
Oh.
So they had one loss, and it was all secret, and they did it like a Thursday night in New Jersey.
That's how that worked out?
That's why. But now they're listed as the most winning team in history.
Because they had to have one loss.
They didn't have any losses. So they go, it's rigged. And they go, no, it isn't. We could lose.
So it was kind of
They really could lose. They
like-
said it's not rigged that we have to win. They win because
they had to rig the loss, the one
they
loss?
had to rig the loss.
When everyone's saying they're rigging the winning.
No, they rigged the loss.
There was
the game's not rigged, but they're getting away with a lot of travels. I'll say that.
Oh, they do. That I mean, if anybody who's ever watched basketball and you go, that does seem like they take some liberties with the traveling and the whole thing where you hold it over their head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can hold the ball like that long.
Well, you're playing to the crowd too. It's all for the kids.
Well, I mean, not really.
What about the integrity of the sport, Greg?
Well, I'll tell you what. You tell me if this doesn't scream integrity. The Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island, 1981.
Oh my God! I told you I'm never wrong. This is amazing. I didn't have a clue. I just threw it out there.
Really?
So I threw out one day at a time. I was hoping you weren't going to look that one up.
The staff of the island resort need the aid of the Harlem Globetrotters.
How many were on there?
To keep their island from a greedy millionaire.
2.
Wait a minute. The
2.
greedy millionaire is fucking
Thurston Howell.
Jim Backus. Yeah. Thurston Howell.
Listen,
and
without ever seeing the episode, I know for sure there's a lot of coconut spinning on fingers.
Let's see who we got.
Do they have to play against the
Scatman Crothers, Martin Landau? Jesus Christ, this is a fucking... I'm not seeing any of the Stu Nahan.
Was it directed by...
They had to have Meadowlark Lemon.
I'm not... They're not... Hold on, let me see. See full cuts. No,
I know.
There must be... Oh, here it is. Geese. Curly Neal.
Okay, Curly.
It doesn't show Meadowlark.
Wow. He must
have Geese. I remember Geese.
He must have different management.
Nate Branch, Lou Dunbar. These are all, who knows? But I mean, I guarantee you there was a coconut spinning on Curly Neal's index finger.
Yeah. Or his head, his bald head. They had to rub his head or something.
Well, yeah. Wow. Okay, the famous Harlem Globetrotters crash land on Gilligan's Island, immediately dispatching a terrifying shark by throwing basketballs at it. A mad doctor and his accomplice plan to take over the island for its rich energy supply by scaring off Gilligan and his buddies. That is so...
Scaring them off the island. They can't leave.
They'd leave if you give them the boat, they'll leave. You can have the fucking island. They don't own it.
Islanders, I'm leaving.
But it soon settles to a basketball match between the doctor's robots and the aforementioned Globetrotters. Oh, that's okay, because the poster has a kind of a robot-looking thing in the corner.
Oh,
yeah.
I wonder if they did the thing at the end where they speed it really up so they swim.
Yeah.
Remember that? They jump in the water. It takes off.
Looks like a motorboat behind them.
Yeah, that's fucking the greatest.
Well, I guess we'll be watching that tonight, Becker.
Yeah, that's it in.
Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan Island tonight at 8 on Amazon.
The WB.
Hello, my baby.
Hello, my darling.
So you made up the one day at a time. I just assumed they hit all of them.
No, but I mean, I don't think they did, but I meant that. But.
I can't believe you admitted to making that up.
What? I was just throwing out wild cards there, and you looked it up, and I was right. So there you go.
You were right about that. So, hey, your musher's in trouble there, John.
My musher?
The band from the Yukon Quest?
Noof.
Yeah, I saw the headline, but I don't know why.
Says
what did he do? He killed a dog?
He says he's being unfairly targeted. I wondered if that had...
By one person, he said.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'm trying to give John a chance to talk about Alaskan news.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking know what's happening. Yeah, Hugh Neff, isn't that's the dude, right?
Yeah, that's
Hugh
the guy.
Neff, there's some. Yeah, did they say exactly why he's banned? It's something to do with a dog that died, and they say it's from improper handling or improper care.
Right.
Yeah, he's saying he's saying it's a personal vendetta that a few folks have against him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're called losers.
There was a dead dog at the end of it.
These mushing scandals are so bizarre to me because so few people actually care. Like it's the population of people who are like dog mushers is like 1% of the Alaskan population, which is like 0.1% of the U.S. population. It's so bizarre to me that it's even news.
Well, it's news up there.
To know how small it is, if say a musher raped someone, it'd be 100% of all Alaskan dog mushers rape someone. That's a real stat.
Yeah, his dog died. Boppy died. It's a little weird.
Died.
I mean,
well,
his
apparently
his
he
muscles,
had syringe marks and a tube.
He started listening to Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of things that are wrong with that dog. They did a necropsy, and it definitely that's what probably prompted kind of an inquiry, because the dog's muscles had started to waste away. So it seems like it's more than just I got sick and he died. I don't know what. But he got aspiration pneumonia caused by inhaling vomit. That's like the worst way to smell vomit.
I know, but the thing is, dogs eat their own vomit. Yeah. So at what point do you think they're done?
Wrong hole.
Yeah.
Don't sniff your food.
He ate too fast. That's what you're charging me with. It wasn't even his vomit. It was mine.
That still gets me, man. The vomit is the worst.
Yeah. Don't tell me. Tell Keith Moon.
I had a girlfriend once, and she worked at a restaurant. She's a manager. And after New Year's one year, they found upstairs in like one of the bar areas a customer had thrown up, and they cleared out that area first, and no one saw it. So it sat till the next morning. And I mean, it's New Year's. So there's probably some shrimp in there, probably some seafood, steak, a little surf and turf, and then all the booze on top of that. And like no one in the entire fucking restaurant would touch it except one of the cooks, like one of the
that's
lower
the best
cooks.
sign ever for a place. The cook will touch it. He's touched much worse when he's making your sandwich.
The thing was $100. Anyone do it, and no one would do it when they're all coming in. And most people are hungover. This guy goes, "I got 4 kids, man. I'll pick it up with my hand." And it's making me sick thinking about it, because I wouldn't have get near it. No way, man. Oh.
I would have taken nitrogen and froze it and then picked it up, and put it on a crust, and sold it as a pizza.
Even poop that looks like it's from a homeless person is way
human poop
I'm telling you, it's way grosser than like if you had a dog squat and this would be a funny test. If you had a dog and a homeless person squat on the ground and you saw that, you would be able to tell which is which, and you would be ultimately more grossed out by the human feces.
Shit,
yeah.
Yes.
Even
if they eat the same thing.
I live in Anchorage, Alaska, and I can't confirm that you can tell the difference.
Oh, John. You just aren't around enough shit. There was we were down in Seattle near the train station. So it's right down there near a Pioneer Square and all that stuff. And I was walking to this one bar from the train station, and there was a square of cardboard that was about like 10 inches by 10 inches, and centered was a dollop of shit. And it was set on top of an overfilled waste paper basket, a trash can, an outside trash can that they have to keep, don't litter, give a hoot, don't pollute, whatever, right? And they had shit on the cardboard, and then like a gentleman put it in the trash. But since the city had not emptied these trash cans in a while, it was overflowed. But it sat on top like the
weirdest Bing cherry ever.
Very polite.
It was so gross. And yet I can't fault him, the artist.
Yeah.
I can't fault the artist for not at least doing what I think he could do no more.
No, he could
do no more. If he scraped it into the curb, that would have been way worse. But it was the city's fault of that, but it was unmistakable that it definitely wasn't someone quickly, I have no bags, and sticking it under their dog's ass to catch, which would be smart.
Right.
That'd be a way to do, less plastic.
Yeah.
Cardboard.
Plastic or cardboard?
Doggy planks.
Doggy planks. Oh my God. That's the best.
You're assuming it's a man, but I don't feel like a man would throw it away.
Oh, just the size of this thing, John. It had a weird.
And also, it would have, I like that. You easily could have just slammed it down so the poop is actually down on the bottom, like below, so it's not just on top. But I like the move of just like placing it on the trash so the poop is up above everything.
He could have done one of those things where he like
Slam dunk?
the last minute he uses the gravity and flips it like a pie straight down, and then he could have pushed it and then pushed more trash, like compacted the trash a little.
Well, no, you're thinking different though, but he's going, it's so amazing I made that piece of cardboard that he's not about to go. I bet I got more tricks up my sleeve. He's still trying to figure out how to wipe.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
I know.
What did he do?
He was going to the garbage can to find toilet paper.
I'll just set
I'll set this here, and then let me see if there's any old napkins.
You can't really keep a train of thought. A trolley went by and went, "Oh, a bell."
I guess I have to go now. What was I doing today? That's right.
He comes out of his corner swinging.
Bing.
Well, John, I really hope you never have to make that decision of deciding which one is human and which is non-human.
Well, actually, that's a famous game.
Oh no, that's great. This is the yard next to my house. It's full of human shit. There's hardly any dog shit.
Where do you live?
A guy in a dog suit comes out.
You got some furries living next door?
Ggreg, but we have a bit of a homeless situation here in Anchorage, and most of the time when they shit outside, it's looks like it was an emergency. They had no choice.
Whammo.
Shit everywhere. Shit explosions. There's not enough cardboard in the world.
This happens, John. This is what happens when you cut back on your free government cheese. These guys can't control their balls. It used to be they were so stopped up they couldn't go if they wanted to. They were true. They were bound like a hostage. Now they're running around town dropping deuces left and right. They're faster than Amazon.
It's so weird how there are homeless in Anchorage.
I know. You think you pick anywhere but there. That'd be the worst.
You're like, that's it. I'm going to be homeless. I just got to get out of town. You'd leave. You'd make the decision to be homeless.
If you went to the mayor and said, listen, I'm going to start shitting on cardboard and leaving around town, or you can buy me a ticket to Seattle. And they go, here's your ticket. Hope you enjoy it. You got a window seat.
We'll use miles. No, it's good. It's good. Do you want an aisle seat?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Near the bathroom, please.
Go to the bathroom of the airplane, and there's a piece of cardboard on the toilet with a shit. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
It's right there. That's all right. It's old habits hard to break. Ding, ding.
Ding, ding. Punch.
So let's wrap this up.
Yeah, we got to get to Mexico.
Wait,
tell them about Mexico. We forgot about the restaurant. The restaurant. Yeah.
Which one?
The place we're going.
I don't know where we're going.
We're going to the one where they cut the meat off of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's what I told you.
I think Brazil is known for that.
Mm-hmm.
Where they have a John, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. So they'll roast meats on a steak, mm-hmm. Over a pit, and then they'll take it's like a saber. They'll take it
mm-hmm.
In my heart of hearts, I hope it's a knife.
It better be a real knife.
Saber, yeah.
It better be.
So then they would bring
rawhide.
They bring that by and they slice the meat off, and I think that is maybe it's Portuguese. I don't know when they do it. But we're gonna see a Mexican version of that today.
But it's like shawarma. It's like they have it on the rotating spick, and then just cut the edge off.
Yeah, they take it to your table though, and they cut it off. Yeah. It's probably going to be a piece of rebar. I'm not overshooting this. I've been to the town.
The bathroom is just a room with a private closet and a bunch of cardboard. We'll go there. Plus, there's that place called Alaska.
Yeah, we'll go to the Alaska bar,
and it's basically it's ice cream.
Oh, cool. BYOB.
Yeah, but there's
we can get booze going in there too, right?
No, we'll get that on the way out.
Okay.
There's a duty free is the scotch I like is half price. Half. So I do want to say if anyone wants to get in touch with us, go ahead and email us at nearthewildpodcast@gmail.com. And other than that, I think that's it.
I think we're official.
Yeah.
All right, you've listened to another episode of Near the Wild. I'm Matt Becker, standing in the Funhouse in Bisbee, Arizona, 80 degrees.
I am John Norris in Anchorage, Alaska, 35 degrees, maybe 40 degrees. and lots of human shit everywhere.
That's not a good picture. And this is Ggreg Chaille, also in Bisbee, Arizona. Don't forget, we're going to watch Dealt, something about a blind magician on Amazon.
All right.
So that's it. Thanks for listening.
Near the Wild Movie Club.
Near the Wild Movie Club. Yeah, we'll talk about it next week.
You've been listening to the Near the Wild podcast with Matt Becker, John Norris, and Ggreg Chaille. Recorded in Anchorage, Alaska on Matt Becker's Backyard Bus. Produced and engineered in Bisbee, Arizona by Chaille.